And we're off. We are here again with another episode of the GAJ Podcast. We are your hosts. Today my name is Gerard, joined by my little brother Alex. And anybody who's joined us before knows that we're missing somebody this week. JR is once again having to prioritize a little bit of work, which is okay. That's what we have to do sometimes, but he will hopefully be able to join back up with us next week. So there's that. So what do I do here? Welcome to the episode. We miss you, JR. See you next week. Oh, also, if you tuned in last week, I was on site. I was in a hotel room, and the announcement was I was going to be in a hotel room again this week. The way my job works is things can change a little suddenly, and need to make some pivots. So I am back in studio for this evening because I am heading in the other direction tomorrow evening for work. So yeah, back in studio. What else? What did we just cover last week? Oh, double-digit subscriber watch. So I checked today because one of the young and hungry technicians that I was training with last week and this week mentioned that he had checked out our podcast, subscribed, and did a little wave emoji, but it's not showing up on my dashboard. Not really sure why. So as of right now, the quote-unquote live count still only shows 9 subscribers. But David, assuming you actually did check out the podcast, subscribe, and put a little wavy emoji, shout out to you. Keep working hard. I think you're going to do great things in the role that we have hired you for. So that's our subscriber watch. We're kind of winging it, but I think I'd like to just kind of keep doing this little segment that we're just going to go ahead and call Out and About. Last week, and as mentioned before, I was out of town doing some training for work. And this week, I get to be back in studio. In that meantime, what did I do this week? I really didn't do anything because I knew I was going to be on the road last week, and this week, my out and about was staying at home watching movies on Netflix and the YouTubes and all that. So it was a pretty chill weekend because of the busy work weeks around it. So that's been what I've been up to. Lil bro, what you been up to?
I had my second flag football game last Friday. Nice. And it's summer season, so it's kind of expected that people are going to be going on a vacation, and sometimes people just can't make it because of work because it's usually around 6 o'clock. Some games are at 7 o'clock. So again, sometimes getting back to the beach or getting to the beach from where you're at is going to be a little bit difficult. But we had our backup quarterback was out of town, and our QB1 hurt his arm. So through process of elimination, I became QB3.
Your QB3? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, because
hell yeah,
I wanted to do it. And
you know who else was QB3? Cordero Patterson. I mean, not Cordell. What am I thinking of?
JJ McCarthy?
No, Jones.
But
I screwed that up.
Kind of shared duties. I really didn't want to be throwing the ball, but he took most of the reps still, and I got in there maybe about 20-25% of the time. But his arm started to turn to junk because he played. Well, we practiced on Wednesday night, so he threw a lot, and then he plays on a Thursday night team too. So that kind of wasted away his arm. And then for a Friday night game,
I could see that.
Tired.
I could see that.
Put me in for I think the final play of the first half, in which it was pretty much a Hail Mary that didn't go very far. It should have been intercepted, but the defender he butterfingered it.
Go deep, go deep.
And then we worked in some.
Not so deep, not so deep.
I got in more reps in the second half. And actually, Wednesday when we were practicing, we're kind of running some trick plays where we do halfback options where I'd run back.
Yeah.
I'd get the ball in the backfield and either I'd run it or throw it forward or throw it back to him and he'd throw it.
Yeah.
So we were kind of playing around with that.
Hey, the short throws are effective. What did it say? 4 3-yard gains is the same thing as a first down. It still equals a first down.
Yeah.
Well,
anyways,
flag football's a little bit different, but
we got murdered though. That team looked like a very athletic team. We play in a very, very low level league.
Who do you think
those guys look like? These guys look like they may be on some steroids, but they're really cool.
Okay,
they're really cool about it though. They're cool. They had some beginners also.
So. When you're the big old meathead team or just the team that's just can wail on everybody, it's really on your team to make it fun for everybody. I've been that team. I've also been on the receiving end of the ass whooping. And yeah, when a team's playing up a level that they at a lower level than they should be playing, it's not fun for anybody. Honestly, it hurts the league because that team usually ends up wanting to quit or just move somewhere else. So it doesn't help the league. And then quite frankly, from a competitive standpoint, if you're a true competitor, if you're just one of those guys that just hates to lose, and so you play down to fucking wail on other people on lesser talent, then you're kind of a douchebag loser because you can't handle the heat. So, but I don't know, if you're a true competitor, playing down kind of sucks. Like, who wants to just roll over every team? That's not fun. Like, why did we even pay? Why don't we just get this group out to a field and take batting practice? Because that's all it is. So it's not even fun. So
yeah, we still had some beginners too, mostly on the female side. But
there's
like, wait a minute. Professional sports. They're the guys that take off their shirts.
Haven't I seen you on TV before with a jersey
and a needle in your arm
that said Patriots? A needle in your arm, yeah.
Needle in your arm, yeah. Other than that, I've been doing a lot of sitting down, watching TV.
I miss my sports. I unfortunately was one of those guys last week that, was saying I want to be there, I want to be there. Shoot, can't be there. I can't make it. My Wednesday team last week, I already knew I wasn't going to make that one. I let them know ahead of time, but I thought I was going to make my Friday game. Was on my way back, was leaving Springfield and realized not going to make it. Not going to make it. Quite frankly, this week, I'm going to miss Wednesday because I have to roll out tomorrow. Thought I was going to miss Friday, but because of this little bit of a pivot and change of schedule, I might actually make my Friday game. So I'm pretty excited about that. I don't play flag football because I haven't really found a league here. I play old man beer league softball, so I could relive my glory days of playing baseball without having to run or throw as far.
I have no glory days of football. It's just like, all right, just do what you see on TV.
Yeah, man, I like flag football. I wish
it's fun.
I wish I could find a league here. I think it'd be a ton of fun.
I don't want to play on turf or grass though, because I'm afraid of hurting myself. Especially this is my 18th season playing on sand, so I'm used to just falling in the sand and being okay.
Yeah.
And I've gotten hurt before. I've lost some blood, but for the most part, falling on sand you're going to be fine. Falling on turf, you're not going to be fine. Grass is probably somewhere in the middle, probably closer to.
Yeah,
you can get hurt.
Man, my version of that is volleyball. I can't play hardcore volleyball anymore because for whatever reason I can't get my mind to adjust to the fact that I'm not on sand. So when I go up to hit and I land, I feel like I just shattered my knees because I land so hard. Not good for you. So yeah, I could probably go out and play basketball. Not very well, but I could, run, jump, shoot, all that stuff and be fine. But the minute it's volleyball, I don't make that transition after playing so much sand volleyball back to the hard court. So yeah, it just doesn't feel good anymore. So I just don't play it.
I've never been good at volleyball, so I don't play.
Yeah.
There's a league here. There's a league on the grass, or not on the grass, on the sand.
Oh, I would hope so. There's leagues in the sand here.
Well, on the sand next to the ocean.
Yeah, that would be cool as hell. I used to play a couple leagues, like, not the ocean, but when I lived in Milwaukee, where I lived, and I was close to Lake Michigan, we played some leagues out there on Bradford Beach over Lake Michigan. So that was kind of fun. Not quite the California coast, but not bad for the, mid coast. So yeah, out and about. What you got coming up this week?
Well, maybe more flag football. Maybe watch more TV. I've reactivated my Netflix account, and I added it with commercials this time because I really wanted to watch Godzilla -1, which is that's a really good movie.
Really?
That's not just a monster destroying shit. I don't even know if there's monsters destroying shit. Yeah. It's like a part about Godzilla and King Kong movies you don't like are the humans. But they did the humans really good in this movie. It's like a story about humans in a world where Godzilla is out to fuck shit up.
Right on.
And it's like, whoa. It got a lot of attention because it's a Japanese film that was made for $15 million, which is a lot lower than what you see in Hollywood.
I was gonna say
it's better than most
dropping the bucket for Hollywood movies
made in the past like 10 years.
Cool.
I don't like reading subtitles, so I opted for the English dub version.
The dubbed over?
Yep.
Yeah. I have to be in the right mindset to watch a movie with subtitles. So I admittedly probably skip over some really good movies just because I'm too lazy. Like, I just have to be able to get myself focused. And if I'm thinking about anything else, it takes me forever to watch a subtitled movie because I have to keep rewinding it because I'm not focused right on it. But what have I watched lately, though? I watched a movie called I already forgot. It's not one I would recommend unless you really like kind of Christian themed movies, religious themed movies. It's about a band that's kind of like a country Christian band. The movie title was a name of their like first hit, which I had never heard of. And it's about how the lead singer came up and joined his band, and his family life growing up, and how he reignited a relationship with his father, and his father ended up inspiring the song, and Amy Grant was going to sing it, and then ended up not singing it so that the band could sing it on their own and be their own thing. So not gonna lie, it was kind of boring for me. So I guess I'm kind of glad I don't know the name of the movie, because I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy it, just not so much me. But I did finally finish the roast of Tom Brady.
Oh,
it only took me 3 weeks.
Edited down to like an hour now.
Well, I really thought the only last people I had to see was Peyton Manning and then Tom Brady, which Tom Brady did a pretty good job, I will say. Did a pretty good job.
Yeah, good execution. Otherwise, it's mostly written by actual writers, and he reads off a teleprompter. And then
they all were. Even Peyton Manning you could tell he was reading off of a teleprompter.
Oh yeah.
So
the one that's obvious, I saw this because I watched a lot of podcasts with comedians, is Tony Hinchcliffe's bit.
Which one was he?
He's the skinny dude that he kind of looks like a weasel. He was walking.
The tall guy with like the weird mustache.
Yep. That's him.
Yeah.
He's from Youngstown.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why I remember like him a little bit. I'm gonna put a little background music.
Yeah, don't make it too loud though, because then it drowns out.
Yeah,
non-source audio. But kind of behind the scenes action about the Tom Brady roast, especially with Tony Hinchcliffe's part, it was not Tom Segura. Bert Kreischer. When Tony Hinchcliffe was delivering his jokes, Bert Kreischer was mouthing it because he was reading the teleprompter. I think he put his head down and you see his mouth, his lips moving while he's looking at it.
I just remember them taking a ton of shots at Kreischer for his only joke is him taking his shirt off.
It is. He was on.
It really is, yeah.
He's on a show after midnight, and they're like, "We're prepared for when Brett takes off. When Bert takes off his shirt."
Kreischer.
They're like, "How are you gonna do that?" They have.
All right, that's the show, guys.
You usually have clip-on microphones like this.
Yeah.
So they're like, what are you gonna do when he takes off his shirt? And they gave him like a big one, a big microphone.
I thought he had one of those, like just like a necklace that held it. I don't remember.
No, they didn't do that. They give him a big ass microphone to hold.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. This weekend, what's coming up? Oh shit! It's Father's Day this weekend.
Yep, there's that.
We might need to send an invite out to Dad and the little sisters so we can schedule a video call Sunday night.
Those are always an adventure. Been like,
Yeah.
all right, how long is it gonna take them to figure out how to connect?
And while we're thinking about it, happy early Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Just to get it out there. Dad, we'll talk to you on Sunday. Love you. We're actually going to go down to Wichita for the day to visit Ashley's family and then come back that night and be back in time for a video call with you and our father.
That's cool.
Father unit.
I'm going to try not to do too much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some rest on weekends because I don't sleep well on weekdays and then I work out a lot.
I'm just excited to be in Kansas City next week because, I mean, not that I'm living like a rough life by any means. I was down at our headquarters for training last week. I started it down there again this week. And the week before last, I was in Costa Rica. Not really the worst thing ever, you know? So, but I am kind of looking forward to not having to be on the move to anywhere far, far away. At least currently, that could change. But yeah, get to spend some time here. Make sure the dog can go outside a little more often while I'm here. Well, shoot, I'll be in the office, so maybe not. But
how far's your office from your apartment?
So the office that I will be working out of is probably about a half hour, 35 minutes. So not too bad. And for Wednesdays,
it's not downtown,
Fridays,
is it?
No. I mean, I live downtown. So it's out in the suburbs, I guess. Headquarters is a little over 2.5 hours away. So maybe just shy of 3 hours. So that's where I was. I was actually in our new, I kind of split time between the headquarters and there's a new training center / showcase office. So spent some time there doing a little technician work so that I understood what they did. And when I'm, putting projects together and putting my team together, I know what I need. I know who's got expertise in what, and I can kind of manage time and cost a little more effectively. So hopefully I can make our projects more profitable.
That's cool.
Yeah. So got another quota. So gonna have to dig deep because it's a big number for the last 6 months of the year. But it's a good time to be joining this company. Pretty excited about it. It's a company I've partnered with before. So the last company just wasn't the right fit, so I'm making a move. As all of us should, so that we can have the right balance in life. But yeah. By the way, did I ever show you my bobblehead?
I don't think so. You might have been. I wasn't looking.
check this guy out. So I'm going to show you both of ours. So first, I'm going to make my picture big for a sec, I think. Let me take the banner off because that's getting in the way. Can I do it? I don't know how to do it. Oh, here we go. Check this out. Woo!
Cool.
Look at that guy. So, yeah, we are at the farmer's market. I'm going to cover up logos here, but yeah, I just gave some information. Technically, it's a gamer, but because we're podcasters now, I just turn it sideways so you can't see the remote control, and it looks like I'm just podcasting.
And you're also white.
Oh yeah, I guess I do have to keep it this way, don't I? Boop. And then Ashley decided to be an astronaut. Woo! I wonder if I can figure out how to make those cake toppers for our wedding next year.
That reminds me of one of my current newer ways of trying to get to sleep now is I just put on YouTube, of course. And I put on Neil deGrasse Tyson videos.
Ooh, you know, that's not a bad idea. Because actually, if I can't sleep, at least it's something interesting. He's a pretty interesting guy. So
yeah. He also has a voice that kind of lulls me to.
yeah. And if you're not that interested, or if you're just tired, yeah, just go to sleep. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
And speaking of science, things were shaking up back here last week. We had
let's hear about that. Did JR say anything to you about it?
Oh no, I haven't spoken to him. But this is where I'm at. Was the epicenter of 3 earthquakes. First one was on Wednesday. There was a 2.8 on the Richter scale. I did not feel it at all. I didn't know there was one.
Even though the epicenter was close to you.
Yeah, I'm at the epicenter. Now the following day, Thursday, 3.6. Definitely felt that shit. Once again, we're at the epicenter. It was a very quick sudden jolt, but it was like if that would have lasted like 5 seconds, it would have felt like the building was going to collapse.
So when that happens, are you like we've got minimal experience here in the mid-coast. Do you know when the epicenter is close to you?
No, there's this thing called Google. It tells me.
Oh, okay. So then, even though I think you said, what was it, a 3.8? The one that you felt?
I think it's a 3.6. I could be wrong.
3.6?
That's usually nothing. If I heard that number, that doesn't mean anything to me. But that's usually because I'm not at the epicenter. If I heard a 3.6 is in Anaheim, I might feel it. I don't know. Maybe I probably wouldn't.
So does it feel a lot stronger then?
Oh, yeah.
Did you think it was a lot stronger than 3.6 when you
I ran outside. I ran outside, and then when I got outside, some neighbors were outside too.
Oh, okay.
Because they were like, okay, well, that happened.
For a little more context for our audience, Alex and I have been talking on the phone before. I don't know if you were still, I don't remember where you were working, but you were at work. And I know you had ramen noodles because you said you were getting in the doorway because there was an earthquake. And you're like, I don't know. It might have been a 4.0. It wasn't that strong. So you didn't even go outside. You just got in the doorway. I don't know if and you sounded so casual about it because you stayed on the call. You took your phone with you. So you must have been doing the whole thing like this with your ramen noodles, right?
That probably means I was nowhere near the epicenter. But I was probably feeling it. I've been in earthquakes at work where it lasted a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone just stops working. We just look at each other.
Like, and then are we going outside? Are you going outside? If you're not going outside, I'm not going outside.
Get underneath your desk. And no one does it. We just stand there going like this, shaking. Like, okay, I'm starting to get a little nauseous.
You look for well, never mind. Forget it. I was going to say something really sexist, but.
It's kind of funny. Well, first off, this year, I've been bragging the past few years, and I haven't felt an earthquake in many years. And then this year, I feel like 3 in the past 2 months. But before that, the last 2 times I felt an earthquake, I've been on the toilet. 2 different apartments.
I mean, here's the thing about that, though. I mean, in some ways, it's kind of like, remember like learning about tornadoes here in the Mid-Coast, and where do you go if there's a tornado? Like, you go in the bathroom. Why? Because there's pipes around you that create a little more structure and protection in case the rest of the building starts to crumble in. I mean, I feel like, excuse me, if you're going to be indoors during an earthquake, maybe the bathroom is the best place to be. On a lower floor, obviously, but
yeah, actually, the first time it happened to me on the toilet, we had just gotten our landlord to replace an old toilet. This is back when I had roommates, and I was like, it was shaking. I was like, God damn, this toilet's loose again. This new toilet's loose, and I was like, oh wait a minute, it's an earthquake. And the last time before this year was my previous apartment, where I had my room. I had roommates. My room was connected to my bathroom, and I let it rage with the door open. I'm by myself, so I'm doing my business. I start feeling like dizzy. I'm like, what is wrong with my head? Why do I feel so dizzy? And then I look into my room, and all the cabinets are just going back and forth, open and closing. I went, oh, it's not. I'm not sick. It's just there's an earthquake.
So I think that's a good question to put up there for any experts, seismologists, earthquake experts, whatever. I mean, let's be frank, none of them are watching. So if anybody in our audience knows anybody like that, I'd love for you to pose this question to them. Is there a recommendation on where to shelter indoors during an earthquake? Now, we realize the common sense answer is no, go the fuck outside. If you have to be indoors, like let's say you're in the middle of pooping and don't have time to wipe your booty before you go outside, or maybe you're just all the way in the middle of the building, it's so far away to get outside. Is it okay to stay in the bathroom? Let us know. Disclaimer, we aren't experts on any of this stuff. We're just having a conversation, and we are winging it even more this week than most weeks, just because of differing and busy schedules. So
yeah. So anyways, back on Thursday when we had the earthquakes. So I'm outside with the neighbors. We're all just like making sure we're all okay. Then it kind of settled down. We're like, okay, we're all going to go back inside our apartments. So I come back inside. I start cleaning up because some shit fell off the shelf. Then we get hit with another earthquake. I run back outside.
Shit.
Run back outside. More shit falls. I run back outside. People are
that earthquake 3 then? So that'd be 3 earthquakes.
Yep, one on Wednesday, 2 on Thursday. This one was
damn.
Wednesday was a 2.8. That one I didn't feel. The first one on Thursday was a 3.6. That one I felt. That's one where I was like, this building could collapse. And then the second one on Thursday, which you might just call it an aftershock, was a 3.4. So it was barely a little bit smaller than the first one of that day.
When they're that close, I mean, is it really? Can it actually be an aftershock, or is it just another earthquake?
I think it's just another aftershocks are pretty much just other earthquakes.
I guess that's
There's
true.
no difference. It's just there was one that was before it. That's the only difference.
Oh, that looks better.
So back outside with my neighbors, people are going like, "Hey, did you feel that?" Yeah, okay. And people are like, "God damn, I have to take a shower, but I don't want to go. I don't want to start a shower." And another earthquake hits, and I have to jump back outside naked. So I stayed outside for a little bit until I decided to come back inside. And I still haven't cleaned up everything. I was like, there might just be another one, so I'm not gonna clean up anything.
It's just gonna fall back down.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. I'll clean up from the earthquakes.
Oh man,
Life in California.
Yeah, I remember having. This was probably the second year I lived here in Kansas City, and you never came to my loft apartment, but it was like, so it was, 15-foot ceilings, but the walls were only like 9 feet tall. And the way I had my bike set up, it was like wedged between one of the half walls and the ceiling. So it was a bike rack, and my bikes were hanging there pretty much right over my bed. And I remember I was like kind of half awake, half asleep. And then like the room started shaking. I'm like, what is going on? And it took me a minute to register just because I'm like, we're in Kansas City. We are in Missouri. How is this happening? Earthquake. Like my bikes are shaking. I'm like, I hope that doesn't fall on me.
Were you able to find out how big it was on the Richter scale?
I don't remember. I do remember that was the epicenter in Oklahoma or was it in Illinois? It was like southern Illinois. I think it was in Illinois because I feel like some parts of the Chicagoland area felt it also.
That far? Jeez.
That's why I think it was like kind of like southern Illinois. But yeah, I was just like, huh. I didn't even know that could happen here. I mean, common sense when you really think about it tells you it can happen anywhere, but just not likely, right? Like, we don't have anything like the San Andreas Fault.
Oh, hell, last year we had a hurricane here in Southern California.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't remember that at all, actually.
That's because it wasn't much. It was just rain.
So it was more like a tropical storm.
It may have downgraded by the time it got into my area. I think the desert got hit a bit harder.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Our aunt who lives out there, I think her pool overflowed a little bit.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Nothing like it was flooded. It's just like the pool overflowed a little bit.
Okay. Well, I guess like
here it just rained.
I guess even like what's it called? Oh, Death Valley gets certain storms, right? Because I know anytime I'm watching anything about that, like, you know, I like to do my overlanding or off-roading thing, and anytime I watch videos of people adventuring out to that area, to Death Valley National Park, they do warn, like, you know, you have to be careful about the season you're going, and if it starts raining, make sure you get to high ground really quick, because flash floods are a real thing, and they're legit out there if it happens, even though it is the desert. So yeah, interesting stuff. But yeah, out and about. Yeah, so you were literally out and about because
I was running outside because I didn't want the
out of
inside
necessity. Yeah, safety, earthquakes.
But no earthquake in what day is it today? Tuesday. So 5 days. Earthquake in 5 days that I felt.
Say that again.
No earthquake in 5 days.
No earthquake in 5 days.
So it's probably okay. I don't want to say that. I just jinxed it. Just like I said, I haven't felt before. A few months ago, I started saying I haven't felt an earthquake in like 8 years. And then
suddenly in a week you're living on an island called California.
I felt 3. The one I felt like I think it was last month was just like I don't think I was anywhere near the epicenter. I just felt a little shake, and I was like, oh, that was probably an earthquake.
Interesting.
These ones were like, okay, I might be in danger.
Man, that's I think that'd be so interesting. I don't know. I guess maybe because I've never lived in that sort of situation. To just feel earthquakes and be like, oh yeah, that's another one.
Well, I went several years without feeling any.
What's the longest you've gone without feeling one?
Probably, let's see. I think it was like 2018 or 19. I may say 19 until a couple months ago. It's been about 5 years. Half decade.
I'll be honest. I thought you felt them a little more regularly than that. Like, not ones that make you need to go outside, but
they may have been some I felt, not just forgot about it right away.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it's just that insignificant, really. In the
Yeah, like
grand scheme
it
of
may
things.
it may have registered in my head that may have been an earthquake, and then I just was watching TV and went back to that, and I just forgot about it. But the ones I remember,
That makes me want to look or watch. It's not really the greatest movie, but it's entertaining enough. Have you ever watched the movie San Andreas?
oh yeah,
I'm actually on Netflix right now, seeing if it's on there.
that's one of those movies that you got to turn off your brain, dude. Just turn it off. Don't ask questions.
Well, it's not on.
That's got Alexandra Daddario in it. She's hot.
Who?
Alexandra Daddario.
San Andreas. I'm looking it up right now. Oh, the wife
No, she
or
plays
the
the
daughter?
She plays the daughter, but she's like, I think now she's probably pushing 40. I guess I can just fucking look it up.
That girl's 40. Oh man, she's 38 years old. No shit.
38. Okay, 38.
When was this movie?
2014, maybe.
Does it say? Release date May 29, 2015.
2015. Okay.
And she
That's
played
close.
a teenager. I mean, that was only 9 years ago. So she would have been 29 years old.
That's about
I
right. She can still do that.
I guess, yeah, okay, maybe.
But she still looks fairly young.
The mom is, I've always been a fan of the mom. What's her name? Carla
Oh, Gugino.
Gugino.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when she was in Snake Eyes? I don't know why, but I was just like, I like her.
First time I remember her is from the Michael J. Fox TV show in the 90s called Spin City.
She was
I
in
watched
that?
it as a kid. Like I was,
That's 52.
I may have been in high school. I don't think I was in high school. Spin City. When was that?
I'm about to look it up. Or maybe just look up her filmography, movies. and
1996.
shows.
Okay, I was in high school.
I do remember
Early
watching Spin City. I like that show. There it is, Spin City. Just trying to find a picture with her in it.
I think she's only in the first few seasons, and she was not.
Oh, there
she was
she
not
is.
she was part of the main cast, but not as main as like the other people because she didn't. That sitcom took place in a work setting, and she didn't work there. She was like the boyfriend of Michael J.
Yeah,
She's the girlfriend of
yeah, I
Michael J.
remember
Fox.
now. Yeah,
So
I
she wasn't
liked her then
always-
too.
She wasn't on screen as much.
I liked her better than the girl that was always on the show. Than the other girl, I should say.
Oh, the redhead. She was on.
Connie Britton.
She was on a really good show that I'd never watched called Friday Night Lights.
Yep. I was saying I was a fan of Connie Britton too. But yeah, something about Carla Gugino. I just always liked her and pretty much everything she's done.
Oh, you know who I really like now? Because I'm watching the show Dark Matter, which is a great show. An actress that's 53 years old named Jennifer Connelly.
Man, I liked her in Maverick. Top Gun
Something happened
Maverick.
with her genetics, where they're like, now that she's 50, let's kick it up a notch.
I like that she doesn't look like she's had any plastic surgery. And still looks pretty good. Like, doesn't like time has been good to her, right?
Sounds be good to her. She's had kids too, or at least one.
And she doesn't even look like she wears like a shit ton of makeup or anything.
Nope. Who knows? Maybe she does.
Yeah, maybe she's just that good at it.
TV
She's just
magic,
got a
movie
great-
magic. When I was watching the show, I was like, gosh, she's gorgeous. I had to ask Google, like, how old is she? 53 years old. I'm like, Jesus.
That's even cooler. You're like, damn. Carla Gugino. Yep, I'm a fan still. But San Andreas is not on Netflix. There's something called Earthstorm. Looks like a documentary. It's a four episode thing. And the movie called The Wave. I don't think I've ever watched that. I need to look that up. There's one on here that looks pretty interesting. It must be newer because it's showing up like right when I log in. But the longest third date. I don't know if you've looked at the synopsis on this yet, but it's about. It's a documentary. It looks like, but apparently it's this couple that, they met on like a dating site, I think, and I don't know how they met, but they went on 2 dates and they decided to go on a third date and went out of town or out of the country for their third date. Well, that third date happened during COVID or happened when COVID hit, I should say. And they got stuck out of the country on their third date. So it's called the longest third date. So I'm like, that sounds kind of, I think it's new because, well, shoot, it says 2023. I haven't seen it. It only started popping up for me like this week.
It actually happened to one of my buddies who we used to play flag football with.
He got stuck out of the country?
He went somewhere with a girl he was seeing. They went to Thailand, and he broke up with her there.
Oh,
and
shit.
COVID hit.
And they were stuck there.
I'm not sure how they got back, but they got back.
Oh, he got... Damn,
So I remember talking to me, I remember hearing people talk about it. I'm like, is he going to come back? like, I don't know, but he broke up with Emily.
Dude, he had to have been like, one, what are you doing? You go to a foreign country and then break up with your girlfriend? Like, what the hell? And then, damn, that would have been crazy if they would have got stuck there.
Oh, they were stuck for a little bit. I don't know how long.
Oh, okay. Well, still, that had to be awkward.
Yep.
He had to be shitting bricks. He was probably like, what did I God is punishing me. That's what I would have been thinking. Like, yeah. I am such a dick.
Not as bad, but I had an old roommate who broke up with his girlfriend in Hawaii.
What?
They said that was a fun trip back.
Man.
Guys, wait till you get back.
Dude, come on. Plan that out better. You know what did just get added? Another Joey Coy special.
Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't sure if that was new or not, but it's this year. So I have several weeks of Netflix left.
I just want to see the synopsis stuff. The Mo info. It's not too long. It's an hour.
That's about right.
Usually, Ashley's up for it. I might watch that tonight.
Netflix specials are about now. I'm going to say that for like a Friday or Saturday. Probably Friday.
Yeah. I might rewatch some of the other stuff because, like, Live from Seattle is really good. Coming in Hot's good. The whole, like, variety show he did, it was okay. Do you know what I'm talking about? Joe Coy and his
his movie was not okay, though.
I didn't watch it. Is that Easter Sunday? Still haven't watched it. I haven't seen it anywhere to watch it. Like, I want to watch it just because.
Yeah, I watched it on a plane.
Oh, okay.
It was as terrible as I heard it was, but it wasn't like good. It was just, if you have nothing else to watch and you kind of level out your expectations, you can enjoy it.
Dude, did I tell you what I watched on the way down to Costa Rica?
No.
Beekeeper?
Oh, is that
Jason Statham? That was cool.
Is it?
Yeah. That was really cool.
I
think Jason Statham movies are all pretty badass for the most part. Like a couple weeks ago, probably, when was that? Probably right before we went to Costa Rica. I watched oh crap, what's it called? Now I'm Crank. Do you remember Crank?
Yeah, I don't know if I've actually watched that straight through or if I've only just watched scenes of it.
So good. So good when he has to like keep his heart rate up. So he starts banging the blonde girl in the middle of the market.
Oh yeah. That might be the only scene I've seen.
Everybody's seen that scene, man. That's classic.
The guy from one of the guys from Top Gun Glenn Powell. I watched 2 of his recent movies
On
on Netflix.
one of those Hitman.
Hitman, which just came out. I watched that.
That's on my watch list. So
it's
that's
all
probably
right.
going to be happening this weekend. Actually,
It's not like great. It's just like okay. I was entertained for an hour and a half.
yeah.
And the other one was with who's that girl that everyone likes now? That I think looks really young. Sydney Sweeney. And he's in a movie with Sydney Sweeney called Anyone But You. I watched that like 2 months ago.
I've seen that on one of the tiles, but I haven't really looked into it at all.
It's a rom-com. It's enjoyable. Had a good time with it.
I don't really. Well, maybe I'll watch that one with Ashley. The one I need to watch, just because Ashley got me turned on to it, is Ashley Madison.
The website that got hacked.
Yeah. All these people are like, these hackers ruin lives and marriages. Like, did the hackers do that? Or
I remember when that website was up and running. I was like, this.
Yeah.
Did you
Well,
figure out when you got home?
Yeah. You want to say hi to my brother?
Yes.
And the podcast?
Hi.
Missed you last week.
He said, missed you last week.
I missed you guys too. I asked him if you guys talked about my missing cameo.
So, she just got home from work, so.
Yeah.
Hi, by the way.
Hi. I missed you.
Missed you too.
Enjoy your podcast. Oh, has your brother seen Ashley Madison?
No, we're literally just talking about it.
It's good. It's crazy. I don't know which camera where to look.
Right there.
Oh.
So, yeah, so that's the one I'm gonna catch up on probably when Ashley's at work on Saturday.
It's crazy. It's good.
Yeah,
People are crazy.
I've watched the first couple minutes a couple times, but I was out of town for work and had to get up early, so I didn't want to.
Is it a documentary or is it like a reenactment?
It's a documentary. It's like what is it, 3 or 4 episode series?
It's like 3 1-hour episodes.
Ashley said it's 3 1-hour episodes.
Hmm.
So.
Well, Alex, I said bye.
Ashley says bye.
Bye.
He says bye. But yeah, it's like the first couple minutes I'm just like watching just like 1 or 2 people like the hackers ruined marriages. Like, did the hackers ruin marriages, or did a cheating spouse ruin his or her marriage? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but what I was saying earlier is that I remember when that company was heavily advertising and it was going strong, and I was like, something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If you're flaunting around what you do like this, someone's gonna get you. And they got.
Yeah, those people the cheaters got what they deserved if they got exposed. Like, come on. I'm watching the owners, the company owners, like, justifications. I'm just like, what are you? Get out of here, man. Like, you don't want to. Look, I know a lot of people out there have cheated on their significant others. I'm not going to condone it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say you're kind of a piece of shit. but it happens. I've seen it happen a lot. I've avoided it all my life whenever I've been with someone, even to the point where I was on a President's Club trip in Mexico, had one of the executives trying to, because there was a group of girls and he was taking one of them so he could cheat on his wife, and he was trying to pawn the other one off on me. I'm like, I can't do it. Just can't do it. But that's just me. You know what? To each their own. If you're with somebody who is willing to forgive you, congratulations. I've flat out told Ashley, if I'm ever stupid enough to do that and you catch me, you should absolutely leave me and tell everybody that I'm a piece of shit. But I'll get off my high horse now. So
I did also watch. This is another movie on Netflix. That came at the recommendation of a show I watch on YouTube. A movie called Under Paris. So it's a foreign film. Once again, I watched the English dub because I don't like to read I don't like to read, but it's pretty much about sharks that attack Paris. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, they're like in the Seine River. Okay.
Yep. I didn't know what the Seine is until I was like, okay, now I'm learning Paris geography. The Seine is a river.
Yeah. It's the Paris equivalent to the River Thames, if you remember coming to London.
Yeah. But it's a little shark movie. You know what you're gonna get.
There it is, Under Paris. Oh yeah, it's a new movie.
I had a good time with it. It's not gonna win any awards. We're like, yeah, it's got
Entertaining enough.
I'm entertained for 90 minutes or 100 minutes, or however long it is.
I'll be honest, I didn't know there was like a dub over option.
Oh,
So I don't have to read like subtitles. I can just listen to dialogue.
Yeah, subtitles are removed.
Huh.
That's how I watched
Well, that's being added to my list.
what's being said is one of the best shows of the past few years, Shogun. And they said, don't do the English dub. Read this, do the subtitles because it's better. So the first episode I didn't know there's an English dub. So I read through all of it and I was like, okay, got through that marathon. And then I found the English dub and I was like,
Your eyes are like tired from reading the entire time and then trying to watch
I'm going
the
English
video.
dub the whole way through the rest of the season. But that time I showed they have to throw subtitles in because they speak like 3 different languages between Japanese and Portuguese and English. So there's gonna be some subtitling, even though you selected the English dub.
I'm gonna have to try that sometime because, yeah, there's certain things that I've wanted to watch. I'm just like, I don't have the attention span right now to focus on all the reading. Plus, I'm a slow reader. Just to put it out there, slow reader. But
Yeah, me
while
too.
we're talking about it, I'm going to put something out here for you folks out there in podcast land. What streaming recommendations do you have for us? Since we're talking about Netflix and Prime Video shows and movies, what would you recommend we watch? Because I need something relaxing. I need something
I have something
to watch during my staycation time.
I have something you and your brother will appreciate.
What's that?
So, the James Beard Awards were in Chicago.
Alex, can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the James Beard Awards were in Chicago. I think they were announced yesterday or the day before.
Mm-hmm.
But Best Chef California, because California is its own category,
Yeah.
was this guy, and that's the name of his restaurant. It's a Filipino. He's Filipino.
Oh, so I don't know if you know anything about the James Beard Award. It's a regionalized award for like the best chef in the region, and California. Somebody named Lord Maynard Lyra or Yera.
His name is Lord.
Yera. I don't know.
Is that his title?
I still don't know. He won the James Beard Award this year in California. His restaurant is called Kuya Lord. It's a Filipino joint in Los Angeles.
He's Filipino.
So might be something for you to check out.
I saved it for you because I thought you would like it.
Yeah, thanks.
And it's perfect because you're on the phone with your brother too.
Yep. Might have to come out to LA and try that one out.
That's deep in LA.
I looked at the menu. It looks really good.
I know.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Oh man, it's all the way. It's all the way by Hollywood.
Is it? So it's pretty far from you?
Very, very far.
How close is it to that place I stayed at last time I was out in LA, which was like
Well, you're in downtown LA, so
19.
it's gonna be a lot closer. On a map, it doesn't look that far away, but if you actually travel there, it's gonna be a while.
gonna take forever. Forever and ever. Website. Ooh, I like that the first thing you see on the website is some lechon on some pancit. Actually, it looks more like lo mein, but still looks pretty fucking good. Oh, those empanadas? Dude, this looks legit. I want to try this place. Although a lot of its presentation, sometimes I get a little like leery about when there's too much focus on
I think Gerard froze. He's frozen. His video's frozen. The music's still going. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Not from an earthquake.
Whoa, you there?
Yeah.
That was weird. I got disconnected for a sec. So I don't know who recorded, if it recorded you or me, but I think my internet went out for a sec.
Oh, that happens to me all the time. We have a really shitty internet out here.
I have Google Fiber, so I should have
We don't.
great
we have
internet.
Spectrum has a monopoly in like all of Southern California.
Yeah, I don't like Spectrum. I've had them before.
It's like
I really like Google Fiber.
you get Spectrum or you get your phone.
Yeah. T-Mobile tried to get me to switch to them. I'm like, is it portable then? Like, is it a hotspot? They're like, well, no, it's based on your geography. I'm like, oh, well, I have Google Fiber, so I'm going to pass. And they tried to like justify, and they're like, yeah, I wouldn't either. I'm like, yeah.
There are actually a lot of podcasts or YouTube channels that do live streams out here out of the Southern California area, especially around LA, and their live streams get cut way too often because of shitty internet.
That's kind of what I'm afraid of. That I'd like to do a live show sometime. I mean, obviously, when we have a decent audience that would tune in for it, but I'd like to do that at some point. I think it'd be fun. But I'm afraid of like the glitchiness, especially if a lot of people start logging in.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll try it. You know what? If we get to 50 subscribers, so all 2 of you out there that aren't us, of our 9 subscribers, pass the word along. If we get 50 subscribers, we'll do a live show and we'll open it up so that you can join and participate. I don't know about all 50, but we'll open up to a few of you to participate and all of you to listen in. How about that? And type questions. A little live Q&A. Live Q&A. I think that'd be cool. Man, I want some lechon. Man, you know what? You should see what so do you ever watch the Food Network shows or like the foodie shows? And
I'm a cable cutter.
Like but have you ever watched like, I don't know, what would have been on? Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives? Or maybe this. Have you ever heard of a restaurant called Lambert's? Or Throwed Rolls?
Nope.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be in Southern California?
No. This is down in southern Missouri.
Oh, definitely no then.
I
I don't watch reality television. Pretty much after the hills, after Laguna Beach and the hills, I stopped watching.
Fair.
It's all
Fair
fake.
enough.
It's not reality. It's just bad acting.
So this is the Lambert's website. I wonder if there's got to be a video of like Throwed Rolls. I don't know, but it's like a quote unquote world famous. Look, their website is even throwedrolls.com. I think they have multiple locations, but I went to the main one for dinner last night and had what I have the hog jowls, which is basically like bacon on steroids, is what I found out. It was so good. So those are hog jowls right here. I don't know if you can see that. It was pretty good. I don't know that I would order it again, but like I might order a main dish and then if I was with somebody, like order that also so we could just split it because it's awesome. But man, it's like one of those mom and pop diners where you get like chicken fried steak, you can have actual steak, you can have fried chicken, ribs. It's all just like home cooking, right? It's so good. And I already want to go back. And they have these dense but delicious dinner rolls that they just keep coming out and they yell out and like whoever wants one and they throw it like across the restaurant to you. And it's like, it's kind of the shtick that they have, along with a bunch of other like sides that they bring around. Like I think I had some like potatoes au gratin and fried okra. There's some other things that I just had to pass on because I was so fucking full. Like I was almost uncomfortable. I actually still have a huge cinnamon roll. I mean, this cinnamon roll took up a large like to-go container. Like, those plastic salad things that you get at the salad bar at the grocery store?
Yeah.
It's like one of the big ones, but the whole thing is filled with a cinnamon roll. And it's, by the way, it was delicious.
A lot of carbs, a lot of sugar.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm going to need to drink water for a week just to like flush out all the sodium I took in during that meal.
That's a fast track to diabetes.
Yeah. I'll
we don't have it already.
I'll be eating like broccoli and water for the next week. Oh shit. How do I stop screen? There we go. So yeah, went to Lambert's Cafe, home of the throwed rolls. It's pretty awesome. I want to go back and try some more shit. It's just good. I like mom and pop joints like that. Especially like if I'm on the road and all I've eaten was like fucking fast food all week. Not that this is any healthier, but man, it just tastes so much better. And probably, quite frankly, is healthier, even if it is a bunch of like sodium and carbohydrates.
If you're staying at the hotel, will your company pay for like room service?
Well, the hotel I was put up at doesn't have room service.
Oh, screw them.
So, but it was so close to the training center. That's why they put me up there.
Or will they pay for Uber Eats or DoorDash?
I'm still getting to figure out how that works because, I was basically going through technician training, which in my position, that's not really what I'm going to be doing. But for me, part of coming into the company was I wanted to do that because when I'm meeting with customers and talking about and putting proposals together and wanting to maximize profitability in the projects, like understanding everything that goes into the setting up that end solution is important. So, and quite frankly, there's going to be times where I need to go out there with my steel toe boots and my hard hat and safety glasses and climb up on ladders and do stuff. So now I can do that. And quite frankly, if and when I ever buy a house, I'm going to wire that motherfucker up and have all the data connectivity and server rack and all that stuff. It'll be fun.
Get a Ring doorbell.
I'll get something better than Ring.
Or something with a camera.
I know manufacturers, bro. I can get something better than that. I can get something that lights up and tells you like to get off my porch.
That's cool. A couple months ago, late last year, I went down the YouTube hole of just watching videos of the titles were like creepiest things caught on Ring cameras.
Oh, okay. You went ultra random.
Why did I do that? And it was like several days of just, oh my God.
What have I done? I can't stop.
Oh my God. I got a security camera just because of that. But the Ring camera creepiness led to, crosses over to, well, some people have security cameras inside their house.
Yeah.
And I have this camera right here that I now cover up when I'm not using it.
Yeah.
I guess I can cover it. Well,
I just have this like little felt bag that I just put over the camera when after we're done podcasting.
Yeah, my Amazon Echo, the camera has there's a lid, so that's always on unless I leave town. Then I put it on. I open it up.
I actually need to check my laptop camera. Oh man, yeah, the cover was open.
My security camera that's pointed at my front door, it's always covered by a Bears helmet. I'll only uncover it when if I leave town.
Yeah. I need to talk to some of my manufacturers. I want to get some demo cameras and set them up and learn how to use them at home, so that when I'm talking to customers, I know how to set them up there too. And I might have some manufacturers that'll help me out with that. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So that could be fun. Well, I tell you what, we have crossed the hour mark because I lost track, but that's winging it this week, folks. Hope we said something halfway interesting. Had a couple of questions out there for you earthquake experts. Is there a safe way to shelter indoors during an earthquake? And for all you streaming heads, what should we watch? I don't care if it's on YouTube. I don't care if it's on Amazon Prime, Netflix, HBO Max. What are you watching out there that you would recommend we watch? And put it in the comments. We'll shout it out. We'll watch it, and maybe we'll dedicate an episode to your recommendation. Give you a shout out. Maybe even invite you on the show. But yeah, I think we're going to call it there for this week. That has been yet another episode of the GAJ Podcast. Thank you once again for joining us this week. JR, we miss you, brother. See you next week. Who else? Young Technician Dave. Get back on there and hit that subscribe button again for me. Do another wave emoji so we can shout you out again next week and make you officially our 10th subscriber. But you better hurry to it because I think the line's forming already and it's at the door, around the block, and all that, of my apartment building. Anyway, we'll call it there. Any last words, my brother?
No more earthquakes, please. I want to clean my house.
You want it to stay that way, right?
Yeah. Right? I don't want to clean it and it shakes and everything falls again.
For me, it's save Ferris. Save Ferris. You wench. Save Ferris. Guys, have a great week. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you again next week. Adios. Love ya. Let's end this. Oh, you gotta do the mic. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom.
I'm a little sweaty.
A little sweaty? Yeah, I'm gonna help you out with
I like to smell that afterwards.
A little outgoing. I gotta get better at this music deal. All right, guys. That's it. We'll see you next time.